All right, folks, we're going to hop straight on into this one. They went ahead and got started without us. No patience for them, but a nice little treat. They're on Vertigo. I don't know how you feel about this map, Strib. I love it. That was not a face that says you love it.
I mean, I'm getting there. Maybe I can be persuaded. It's fast. It's all over the place in cases, but there are, you know, you mentioned a lot of the nice little details that can really make a difference, and I think there are a few spots where that can happen. But yeah, they are pretty quickly into the action. Apex going to return the favor onto Hampus and do one better. Left on 5 HP himself, but nonetheless, it is Nork, the primary AWPer of GamerLegion, and the AWPers on this map. It is a huge part of play, to be honest, if not the biggest kind of factor is how effective your AWPers are. And of course, we got one of the best in the world in the form of ZywOo, so Nork is certainly going to have his work cut out. Let's see what he can do in this round. That's a nice shot onto MBK. Allows him to retrieve the bomb. Drop back down. Going to make a quick rotation towards A, but it is being heard by ZywOo, who is stood here waiting patiently. Going to creep on in. Ready for it, though, and finds his head. They trade blow for blow, but of course that AWP super strong. Oh, my goodness. He drops down to take out Apex. And suddenly, it's RPK in a 1 versus 1 out of nowhere. It seems to have joined at the perfect time. The fake plant coming in. Eventually, he's going to have to hold this, and the key thing is RPK has snuck in behind. Thank God for Vitality. They will get the 5th. That is a tough one for Nork. He kind of felt like he you know, cleared that ramp angle. Unfortunately not. I guess they get the bomb down, but not going to be the case.
What a heck of a round to come into the game on.
Right.
I mean, it looked like it was just shut down from the get-go, a 4v1. But Nock, what an attempted recovery. Just unfortunate for him. He tries to clear everything he can, but at the end of the day on Vertigo, sometimes those timings get really funky. So RPK makes sure to salvage the round for Vitality, and they are up to a quick 5-1 scoreline. So that's nice. We're going to get the classic ramp play, it seems, in this one. They're a little bit limited, so they're just going to go straight into it. Now this panel is gone, this play is just a little bit less powerful than it has been so far. And Alex loved that positioning with an aid. He is going to do a fair amount of damage onto Existence, but less than perhaps it could have been. There are 4 players here, and they're all approaching each other. Gonna have to watch for it. No return fire yet to give up their location, but this flash will certainly signal what's going on. They've got long support as well from ZywOo, who, as you said, very capable with that AWP in hand. This time, he is going to be a focal point for this defense. Utility sailing into sight. And interestingly, Alex gets aggressive, but he's caught out by HS. So that frag goes their way, and now onto the side it goes. But Apex close up by the plant box is just flirting with disaster. He will eventually be found out. Now man advantage capitalized on, but ZywOo is still very close with that AWP. The molly doesn't spread enough to scream, though, to deny the plant. And this retake is tough, but they're making it happen. It's all on Hampus, who's got 5 HP up against ZywOo. Finds him as he tries to cross. 1 bullet, all that it takes to do it. And it will be a second round for GamerLegion, but man, that one hung by a thread.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it is going to be a little bit of a topsy-turvy map, I feel. As we were kind of saying, obviously there are some legends on this team, Existence and Stream. Stream particularly, for me, over the past kind of 8 to 12 months, has been one of the most up and down players that I've watched. You know, I've seen him on LAN a couple times, seen him online quite a bit. And he is just, he can take control of a game, or he could be the dead weight that his team, you know, really could do without. So it's really strange, but of course, that one was pretty damn close. And Vitality respecting, playing it safe, going to go for the quasi buy here. Apex does manage to take down Hampus, but the B-bomb site appears to be relatively open at the moment, and that's where they're going to be moving. But those quick rotations coming in could very quickly overwhelm them. A lot of headshot angles over here as well for the Eagles to play with. Unfortunately, Apex not able to find the first, but he will eventually get that second onto HS. Into, oh, okay, what the hell? 3 kills coming in all at the same time. It's ZywOo now in a 1-on-3. He gets 1. Can he get any more? Doesn't look likely. But a good deal of damage done by Vitality.
Definitely going to keep that economy limited, especially considering the last one, it came down to a 1v1. I mean, you just see how little cash is available for GamerLegion. Actually, no, I'm thinking 2 rounds ago. No? Yes? 1v1? Last one was, not quite a 1v1. Still, the economy is definitely limited. They do not have a lot of cash in reserve. Never try and do math on the internet live on stream, folks. It never goes well. It is going to be ZywOo solo holding towards A with the AWP, though. And this is a different setup for them. They've got heavy presence towards B. That smoke comes in, but there's a gap in it for them to potentially play with. Now he's got support as well. They've shown presence. The bomb's not committed for sure, but they're making it look like this is going to be the classic ramp play. Now as the bomb gets picked up, they've got to make a decision. It looks like Existence is going to go with the initial read. Look at this flank though from MBK.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, this could be huge. ZywOo actually going to move out because the Molotov finds a kill. Apex up high, getting aggressive, catches Scream with the quick switch coming in. Not really ideal. MBK maybe wanted a bit more, but he spots the bomb there, and of course that is beautiful. The best treasure possible. As he will be able to watch things down, and a nice little angle under the stairs here. Gonna play around it. Jumps up at the wrong time though. HS, however, is the only one left. Oh my goodness, that is messy. Alex drops down behind him, misses the shot. Gives him an opportunity now at the 2 versus 1. Still going to be tough, but this CT side, you know, they want to be building up the cash, of course. And ultimately, it's just not looking as clean as it once was. I think Apex has got the perfect angle here. HS is going to check it, but kind of half-arsedly, unfortunately, for him. And it will be that 6th round for Vitality straight back into things. And again, that money for the T side, as you've said, not ideal, not getting the bomb plant. It is looking rough. I think this is going to be another one of those games where Vitality just kind of 1 or 2 steps ahead. But we'll see. Maybe they can get their momentum rolling as MBK, the auto shotty out again. Loving it.
We've got the 1 hero AK available for GamerLegion. So they have committed fully into this. Screamy, the only one with any money in reserve. So he will be trying to get it done with the CZ. No Deagle. This is kind of a classic Scream gun. But it is just going to be the CZ for this round. That's a nice nade setup. Alex with a dunk nade just finds a little bit of tickle damage onto Existence, though. And now they're going to go for the boost up. This gets interesting. We've got a player on high. It is going to be ZywOo, who's got just a little bit of a peek on towards the A ramp. They'll find Hampus. Not a kill, though. Just damage done. He's trying to find the panel spam. And the smoke will at least keep him safe from all of the Molotovs blooming at his feet. And it's utter chaos on the site. Everybody's here, but the smoke line should allow the plant. They're trying to go forward for it, but look at RPK. He's boosted up. This is so cheeky. They'll fall off of it. They're fading away. This is getting chaotic, and the CZs are overwhelming. They found so much damage. The rifles have to reassert control. The flank will be coming in, but is it too little too late? The bomb's ticking away, and more bodies are falling. NBK, XM up close now. Has to find it. Takes the first. Now he's got support from the ramp as well. One more shot to take down Scream, but he's getting flanked, and they're going to withdraw the more passive angles.
The issue, of course, though, is there's no kits. They have to try and play for the kills, and it's just not really working out. That Molotov kind of works against them, to be honest. They find all the kills, but to no avail. Just going to have to back away and let GamerLegion take that one. So a really, really good round for them. You know, the half buy coming in is kind of questionable. I don't know. They spend a lot of money, and sure, they're able to take it, but as you can see, it's not great in terms of what they've got available, actually. So I don't know, man. This might be a window of opportunity, honestly, for Vitality to shut things down. But this is kind of the way that Vertigo goes. This would have been a perfect map in the previous series, you know. I think those two teams, if they'd have worked on it a bit more or, you know, pulled it out, they could definitely have surprised and made for some really spicy Counter-Strike.
His spot was so bold. He does get checked, though. HS was prepared for it, but now look at Alex. Tucked right up in the rafters. If they do decide to go for this B hit, he's going to be poised to punish them. But as I say that, they fade away. They say, we want no business with that. We want no sneaky players up in the rafters to have to deal with. So that allows him to upgrade to an AK. Now these are going to be full rifles. But a man disadvantage. This flank is going to have to come quickly. And there's a player poised just to check his spot. Not just waiting for it. Finds it, no problem. And it's all ZywOo. Yes, this man's a beast. But he's about to get run down. And Scream has hunted that beast down. So no ZywOo for this round. And GamerLegion, they're getting close to taking this back to a tied scoreline. Now 6-5 and an eco out from Vitality.
Worth mentioning, Alex all the way at the bottom end of that scoreboard with only 1 crack. and 11 deaths as well. So he's not only low on the kills, but also the highest on the deaths. So not having the best of games, definitely something to consider. Just the pistols brought up here, the CT side trying to overwhelm. Not going to work, though. Hampus holding things down pretty well. The young gun. Cool, calm, and collected up against the Titans of Vitality. Sure, it's an eco round, but all the same. Looking pretty clean, pretty crisp, and that can definitely help you out as you freshen up your aim for the next kind of rifle round, which will be relatively soon. With that loss bonus stacking up, Vitality don't have to wait too long before getting the guns out once again. And I would say Vertigo, a map that maybe the utility not quite as important as some of the others in the pool. But definitely not the end of the world to not have, you know, a great deal. And saying that, to be fair, Apex has got quite a bit. Zywoo goes down to the UMP so that he's able to get full utility and a kit for his squad. So again, it's going to be a bit of a tough buy. Again, GamerLegion seem to be back in control of things, but it is definitely workable, as I always say. Team Vitality, what have they got? They've got MBK on 37 HP early on. That's definitely not ideal. They've got HS just charging in, completely blinded, picking up two. Whew.
That push from Alex is huge. It nearly finds more than one. He had an opportunity for, I think there were 3 lined up there, but he doesn't quite find it. Still, the player dropping onto the B bomb site because this is fully secured. They got forward position as well. Smokes, mollies, flashes to cover it all. HS just murdering everybody, apparently, is the way that this works. Zywoo at least gets a party favor here, but he's just got to try and stay alive, and they know exactly where he's at, so they're going to run him down. He has to take the fight to buy himself a little bit of space, and there's no space to win in that fight, so they are shut right down. GamerLegion have it. There was opportunity in that round, but they just couldn't quite capitalize for Vitality. So GamerLegion now take the lead. 7 rounds.
Yeah, definitely surprising. You know, we came into this one pretty crazy round, I remember, but with Vitality having a pretty hefty lead, you know, it does kind of seem as well, just looking, they've not played it a great deal to be fair, but looking at the stats, that CT side seems to be a bit stronger for the 4 times that Vitality have played this map over the past few months. But yeah, I don't know, it's kind of strange to see this shift of balance. GamerLegion is their pick. Yeah, they do have Existence, of course, a very innovative, legendary in-game leader that definitely could have some kind of a hand in it. And HS for me, I know Tombiz is a big fan, but honestly, I think, you know, he is one of the better young prospects that just kind of knocking on that door where Zywoo has made it past, where Simple has made it past. Saying that, though, Zywoo does manage to chime in here. These pistols have actually done a great deal of damage. I saw this as a round that we could maybe fill in, but it's not the case. 4 on 2. This GamerLegion falling flat to the pistols, and this can happen so very often. Teams just try and overcompensate, you know, those solo players try and make the hero play, and it can end up costing you, as you can see. They are yet to get the bomb down. Another kill does come through, and hedging back, maybe. Oh, Existence so caught with a nade out. That's going to be the difference maker. RPK takes him down, drops the bomb for just a second. Bought time for MBK to creep round. Scream just about ready, but unfortunately, a clean headshot for MBK, and Team Vitality steal one away. And again, it's kind of a round that they have no right in taking.
That's a great way to get back into it. I mean, you were talking about they're slightly favored on the CT side. Obviously, this is, as you were saying, GamerLegion's pick, but still, coming into it with an 8-7 line makes your life a lot easier. They've at least secured 7 rounds here on the CT side. This one is going to be an absolute battle for both sides. They've pretty much got everything they want. So it's all guns all day. Nice shot for Zywoo. Gets aggressive, takes matters into his own hands, finds the opening pick, and that's a big one. Now a little bit more timid on the A ramp. They are still going to continue on their path, and the smoke is down. They're anticipating the potential boost up. They are ready for this hit, and they've really got no other answer because the flank's coming from NBK, who's still thinking about pushing that mid play. We saw him have a massive round earlier when he did find that mid lurk. Though it was, I believe, brought back. He still found it. Now the hit is coming through. Smoke's down, flashes out, chaos all over. Alex flying straight into his death by HS, who's walked through the smoke, and HS follows it up with a deagle. This man going off, but that's the bomb drop back towards ramp, and the question is a flank in place to anticipate and to take advantage of that bomb being dropped? The answer is a solid no. 55 seconds still on the clock in a 3v2. GamerLegion have all the space in the world. They know a flank could be possible, so they're just going to take the fight straight onto site, and the RPK will trade one out. Now they know the position of the last, and now they'll fall away. 40 seconds. 1v2. RPK, last alive. He's got to find it.
The tank guesses the wrong bomb site. Unfortunately, he's got the moves. He gets across. He doesn't embarrass himself, but yeah, he's so unsure of where they're at. They also very unsure, but they can kind of move around together and look to 2v1. Do need to be careful here, though, as they're kind of splitting up somewhat. RPK has managed to cross, and no one has spotted him in that kind of connector area. He will spot out one, reveals his position, finds a clean headshot onto Nork, though, and Scream is nowhere near to get the easy trade. Flash going to come in as RPK looks to... Okay, straight into it. Bit of an awkward one. Smoke going to be going down onto the bomb. He seems to think that he's on the ramp, but Scream, very smart, is playing as a CT right now. This is such a common spot for those CTs. The tap going to come in, but he jumps the gun a bit early, gives his position away. RPK going to move forward, takes him down. He was unsure whether he was on it. Scream, with a complete misplay, a complete blunder, he sprays into the smoke before the defusers come in, gives his position away, and RPK pulls off the 1 versus 2. That, again, he kind of had no right in winning. He had no information to work with. They just walk into him one by one, or in Scream's case, give themselves away.
That was nicely played from RPK as well. He's just patient. He's slow rolling. I mean, he's the tank, but then he's just inching forward bit by bit on his treads. So it is going to be an 8th round for Vitality, and that's vital, one might say. NBK, we just went flying off the edge. Always fun. They're attempting the run boost. Is that what they were doing? I was watching another perspective. I just saw him go sailing past on the off the skyscraper, which is always entertaining. I do want to see that run boost in a match. I have offered, if a player... I did this for the NA MDL. I'm sure that I'll extend it to the EU MDL as well. If someone pulls off that run boost in an MDL match, I will buy them dinner. And if they pull off the one where you double run boost around to get onto the top level, I'll cover their bar tab for a night.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever happen, but I hope. I dream.
Love a good run boost, to be fair. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think so. There was a plus. Yeah, Tarek, pretty spicy. But either way, we're going to be getting the action rolling in the pistol here, and Team Vitality have kind of thwarted off the first fight as they're able to get their utility out, but Nork, he finds the head of one. So much damage being done here for RPK, the key kill to come in, honestly. Really going to open up this ace site, but they're getting aggressive through the smokes. They're feeling confident right now on this CT side. It's down to a 1-on-3 for MBK. He's found 2, looking to get another. Left on 19 HP. Existence up against his old pal NBK, as he maybe feels left out, and he's going to lose the fight. NBK, if that is not a metaphor for how their careers have gone since they parted ways. A little harsh maybe, but all the same, it is that pistol going the way of Vitality.
Alexa paid bad blood?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe.
You never know. You never know how people feel about each other post games. But obviously they've been on some opposing rosters recently. One has been removed from the roster for the other a couple times. It is going to be RPK just mowing players down towards this B bomb site. He winds up with 3, and that's some nice cash printed into the bank. Easy frags for him, and nice bit of money going for the jump shot. Alex going to be punished up a little bit here. They now know where Scream is. He's the last alive, so he's just going to go ahead and take the fight. And sailing around the door, RPK will get his 4th. So nice little eco 4K for RPK. And you can see it reflected in his bank. He's now on nearly 6,000 post having a full belt utility and the gun up. They're going to be sitting very nicely headed into this bonus round, and they will definitely take the bonus round, having kept all 5 guns alive from the last one. So a chance here for GamerLegion, but they're going to be limited in terms of utility, and they're definitely going to have to hold strong, as this is certainly going to be a momentum play. Nice start for HS.
Okay.
Straight into the site they go. HS looking for more, but he's getting flamed out, and he'll drop a smoke. They should know exactly where he is, but he's got support as well. It's chaos on site, and bodies dropping, and most of them are from that T side. Now they got to secure their flank. Existence is through, but he's been spotted, and they have a retreat angle. They can get out of there. They can get back. They've got 2 full rifles up, and now they can lose themselves on the map and really be thorns in the sides of GamerLegion. And even if they don't win this round, if they get a bomb plant and make this expensive for the CT side, it's a moral victory. But Scream, perfect flank timing, perfect cleanup to make sure it's not going to come to that. GamerLegion, they do pick up the anti-bonus round play. They will survive. They will hang on without too many losses either and set themselves up nicely to try and make a comeback here.
Well, that is certainly the fast, aggressive style that maybe could just roll over their opponents. But it doesn't work out. 14 vitality just then. We'll see. Things looking relatively good. I don't know. It's kind of a tough one to call at this point. The economy game, I don't know. It doesn't come in to play as hugely, honestly, but I think can definitely make a difference in places. GamerLegion, again, seem to be a team that really like to just move together. Maybe the utility not quite as important for them on this map, and just relying on HS especially. But I mean, Hampus has looked really good for them in the past, in all honesty. So it's those individuals that maybe just need to step up. If Scream can come alive, that could be something different. But unfortunately, MBK, Zywoo, they're going to chime in. They do one better than Scream. North here left on B all alone, not able to drop RPK quickly. He moves a bit too fast before, you know, his teammates are ready to trade, before the utility comes in. Scream does a great deal of damage. They're also very low, goes barreling through the smoke. Alex completely unaware. The smoke goes down and Scream is so unaware. My goodness. This is Vertigo all over. Hampus going to take down one. No idea where MBK is at. It's into the 1 versus 1. The HPs, that is the real difference here. Smoke remains. He's going to use it on the site, though, to get the bomb down cleanly. Can he get away into a decent enough spot? That is the real question. It does look likely because Hampus playing things very slow. No kit available. A nade, though, could end this. Well placed, but would be unwise. Oh, my goodness. And he manages to land one bullet, but it's not enough. NBK just in the nick of time checks that window angle and will manage to find the kill. I don't know. What do you... That's the one area for me that I kind of struggle with. What do you call that little gap in the wood?
I don't know. It's new. I've just been calling it like panel gap or gap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just... They just added it, right? I don't know if there is a defined call for it yet. When this map first came out, I tried to get some calls to catch on. Didn't really work. Was trying to get buzzsaw. There's like a saw on the ground next to some insulation in the mid branch out towards A. Was trying to get that called buzzsaw. I haven't heard anyone else say it, so I'm a little disappointed that hasn't caught on. But we're working on it. So just so you know, that's
keep trying. Keep trying.
I'll spread the gospel one cast at a time.
You never know, but you never know. Oh, Apex played a dangerous game here, and he will lose. Headshot machine. Takes him a little while there, but he does manage to get the headshot nonetheless, and it will be an opening pick for GamerLegion coming in. And we've seen already in this game how the pistols can overwhelm and catch you completely off guard, because, I mean, they can just close the gap so very quickly. RPK's like, yo, Christmas come early, I get an AK instead of a UMP, but all the same, it is still that man disadvantage going into the final 45 seconds. I mean, at this point, if they guess the right bomb site, they could just win the round based off the man disadvantage. But we'll see. Another kill coming in. Scream looking good on the Deeg. Will eventually go down. There's a gap in the smoke here, but Nork doesn't really want to play on it. There's a huge, huge gap above the site, of course. They're going to go barreling on through. Zywoo's like, yo, boys, what's going on? Quickly takes down Nork, and he picks up another. They've managed to pull this one back into a 2-on-1. Zywoo finding all the kills, almost all of them anyway, as he gets to 4K and a 12 for vitality. A lot closer than it should have been. And it will eat into their economy.
Nothing like capping it off with the Glock burst, too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Style points. That would have been a nice swing around for GamerLegion. A reminder, folks, this is their map pick. So, though Vertigo is definitely a bit of a comfort map so far, from what we've seen from teams, this is a map that GamerLegion was hoping to take. Knock starts this round off strong, putting the op into great effect. The aggressive peek out A ramp yields fruit, and then they can fade off of it. There's no one else really to get the trade either. So now, good setup. Strong positioning. And it is going to be mid taken. A little bit of ground. Actually, RPK's down below. That mini map misled me. I thought he was up in mid, crouch in the corner. They are just now going to take mid control, as Resistance decides to fall entirely off of it. So they've got a nucleus from which to make a move to make a take, but they got to decide where they want to head with it, and whether they want to commit to this fight. Looks like they're going to go through the jump up and try and make this move on to B. That's a boost up from Alex. That's brilliant. He finds the kill, and that's an opener onto the B bomb site. Now Alex is forward, but he can't dig out Existence. IGL's dueling off, and he will falter. Existence still being a nuisance here. The nade goes a little bit far. He has to slip out of it, but NBK headshots him as soon as he does. The trades are here. Nox got the spot. Nox got the frag. It all falls to NBK. We'll see if he can be the king he purports to be. But no control of the bomb. Only 35 seconds to work with. He's got to go all the way back to find it. If I'm not mistaken, it's down below mid. So that is going to be a long path indeed to get the bomb and to get it onto a site. And he's going to have to make a ton of noise in the process. Nox now spotted him. They've got the info. They realized he doesn't have the ability to find the plant because he hasn't done so yet. 20 seconds. I think he's just going to have to wait this one. So he's just going to go ahead and save. Nothing to really
I guess
for
so. At the end of the day, it's going to be tough for them to buy up into the next round. He can still get all the utility. Even if, he died or whatever, he wouldn't be able to drop anyone across. So, yeah, I guess it works out. It's just tough as a team economically at this point. Because they just don't have enough money to really do anything. However, again, as we've seen, these force buys can certainly work. A couple Mac 10s, definitely overwhelm. B-Rush on the cards, for sure. Although it looks like they are going to split things up, perhaps. I think they're a little unsure themselves what the overall game plan is. As Alex and the boys going to get in position. Maybe they've got some things planned. Nice little angle here from RPK, actually. To find HS. Key player to be taken down at this point. Oh, it's a team nade onto Hampus. A bit awkward. He tries to throw one down. Doesn't quite have the same effect. So it's a man advantage, and a fairly chunked out Hampus being the only defender on this B bomb site, at least for the time being. This is definitely doable for the T side. Nork has moved in though with the AWP. However, he is losing his teammates left, right, and center. It's just not looking too good.
Resistance has been sniffed out. They do clear the flank. That could have been critical. Now they got a player down below to make sure it's safe. No rifle available, unfortunately. It's just going to be Nock now, who's got to save the AWP. He will hit the shot. There's only 2 remaining. That's actually an attempted to go for this. He wanted to clear out mid. Knows where Apex is. Doesn't have the shot, though, and he's going to miss it. They swing around the corner. Zaiwu, flying through the air, is going to kill him and take his favorite gun back. AWP recovered. Upgrade from the Mac 10 and a 13th round for Vitality. That's a pause. Insta-pause from GamerLegion. That's good timing as well, because they do need to figure this out. They need to come up with some sort of answer to Vitality, because if they keep trading rounds back and forth like this, this is just going to wind up with a loss. Yeah,
indeed. You recommended not doing maths live on air, but of course, I mean, well, or math as you would call it. But, we'll not get into that here.
Differences.
Yeah.
What else?
But I'm pretty sure at this point, that is obviously, like you say, pretty simple. It is going to go the way of Team Vitality. You don't need to be a genius to understand that. If it keeps going back and forth like this, and obviously that's why that little bit of a pause to figure things out. GamerLegion, of course, Existence kind of known for them, going for the eco round. A very, very common play that he goes for after taking a pause. It'll be a big eco. He'll sometimes use it as an extended pause, honestly, and just sit in the spawn, but I don't really think that's possible on Vertigo. It's a bit too small. Scream. 2 Deegs coming in for him. And they want nothing to do with Scream at all. They're like, look, 2 Molotovs, stay away. He will have to back off. And Alex, I think, going to maybe look to chase him down just to make sure that he doesn't have his hands on any of those weapons that he dropped. Unfortunately, for Scream, he doesn't, so going to be the 14th for Vitality, and looking good for them then to be picking up this here map. But there is still time, there is still room for GamerLegion, and it is certainly not all over yet. What is the plan? I think, for me, honestly, I think it maybe has just come down to the firepower. Do have to look across to Hampus and Existence. Not really performing too well. Alex definitely not performing great either, but he has picked it up and kind of in-game leading as well on the T side of things, I believe. So obviously having an impact. And in a team like this, it's kind of okay for maybe one of the players to go missing, but for 2 to go missing on GamerLegion, it's really going to hinder them.
What's interesting is they've had some success with the AWP taking the aggressive peek out towards A ramp. They don't buy it up here. They could have. Scream had enough money to buy it if someone else dropped him an M4 and still get armor behind it. So he would have been all right there. They don't do it, though, which is an interesting detail. Instead, the aggression is going to come down the B ramp, and HS nearly finds a kill. It's a follow-up from Hampus. RPK now very low, and a player already dropped. So a man advantage for GamerLegion. Whatever the plan was, it's working out. But HS tries to flank a little too hard, and Alex will anticipate and catch him out, hiding in the smoke to find the backstab strike. So numbers were even for a moment. Hampus, the man you're calling out, though, strikes to find his own. And this is a segmented Vitality that's just getting picked apart bit by bit. GamerLegion finding the timings, and that might be the nade. It is indeed. Takes down RPK. It's all going to be a 1v4 for NBK. No control of the bomb either. He's got a lot of room to rumble, but that's about all he's got going in his favor. 55 seconds on the clock. Full belt utility. Is this man going to pull out a miracle? Or are we going to see a 10th round for the GamerLegion?
The real question. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Unfortunately, Existence gets the drop on him. And it will be the 10th. Still, they have a fair amount of work to do. I think a half-buy comes in for Vitality here would be the smart play. Maybe not even that. Just a few upgraded pistols. No? Yes? Okay, well, RPK gets armor. Everybody else, yeah, playing it really, really safe. It is one of those situations where, you know, you just kind of need that 15th, and then the 16th probably follows soon thereafter. A bit of aggression coming in from GamerLegion. Like to see this. Maybe they were expecting a bit of a buy-up, but I don't know, with no utility and things, perhaps not. They definitely now know that it isn't. Saiwu, of course, ever consistent, ever clean. Takes a nice little headshot. Unfortunately, not able to find anything else. But this is the real test for GamerLegion if we are to begin to believe that they can bring it back to all even, maybe take it in regulation, maybe take it to overtime. This is the round that they need to be taking to convince us all, I think. Team Vitality. What is the game plan from them? A couple Kriegs brought up. Obviously unchanged where the org has been. Something to certainly consider. It's not quite, you know, been that wave of popularity, but it has definitely crept up, and you can see why. They seem to have some ideas for it. RPK, an easy kill for him to open up for Team Vitality.
Such a nice opener with a Krieg. Such a nice way to get started. Vitality just looking to shut this down. Interesting that both sides have now gone away from the bomb. I don't think it was an option for Vitality, but it certainly was for GamerLegion. Existence can't quite bring back the frag. He will fall. That could be a big linchpin moment. But Knock with a back turn. He's going to find one. Not the second. Trade is good. Numbers starting to stack up against GamerLegion, and the last member of the Legion will fall. So it is going to be map point for Vitality on their opponent's map pick. And it's looking like after a scrappy game, they are now ready to put themselves head and shoulders over the competition. Now the op comes out. But that may be just a little bit too late. It will be another full buy. Rifles available. Not so much in terms of utility, but it's still pretty good. The Vitality, they've got 4 rounds now to close out their 1. And based on the way this is going, it's feeling like they might have a strong possibility. Especially as Existence launches a flashbang into his teammate's back, just to start things off.
A little awkward.
A little bit.
But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We're all good. We'll see. What is the game plan here? A bit of mid-control coming in. Oh, and a crack. Peek coming through. Nork not showing very much of himself, but he spots out all of Alex. Takes him down. Scream is pushed up aggressively. Seems he didn't get the memo about the org, but he doesn't really seem to care. Finds a clean headshot onto Apex. And it will be a 5-on-3 very quickly indeed. Saiwu, though, has crept in with the Krieg. Gets one, but there's still a player nearby, if I'm not mistaken. Hampus playing it very, very passive indeed, though. Doesn't really know whether, you know, Saiwu is alone. Does he know I'm here? Unfortunately, he's just hidden away in a corner. It's kind of a bait spot where he's waiting for his teammates to come in. At this point, he's just waiting for Saiwu to push up. Not going to happen, though. Saiwu playing it patiently. He gets high himself and takes out Hampus. Too patient, it would seem. Saiwu will eventually go down to HS, so retaining this man advantage briefly as RPK finds another on the ramp, on the construction kind of area. I suppose the whole thing's construction, so I'm just trying to come up with calls, but either way, they're going to have control of A here. I think they should quite easily be able to get the bomb down with the GamerLegion boys a little far away. This 2 versus 2 with no kit is going to be very difficult indeed. A fake plant Not so sure about that MBK, but he's able to just get away by the skin of his teeth. Out pops HS, though. And that could be the difference. I think that's the round, actually, as RPK tries to move forward. Surely goes down here. Not enough time to really do anything. And HS takes him out regardless of the fact. A 12 coming in for GamerLegion.
What a recovery. Once Zaiwu elevated and found the headshot angle, I was just kind of feeling the drums of fate start to beat, that this was all coming to a close. But GamerLegion, they reached deep into the bag of tricks, and they managed to salvage one out. So well done. Comes down to the wire, but they get the trades. Now the problem is they have, once again, at the end of the ropes, Hampus just on the SMG. We'll see what he can do with it. They do have utility at the very least, and HS is getting it started well. The off is here. The jump up is as well. 2 frags go back, but it's chaos all over, and Alex, the only one who survives, and he's going to get an out bullet in the chest for his trouble. So it is going to be a 13th round for GamerLegion, now 2 away from taking this. And interestingly, they are going to buy. Okay, that's interesting. Alex actually didn't have enough money to get utility behind this buy. So I was kind of wondering whether they'd go ahead and save one more just to get the op up to make it really healthy. But they are going to try and shut things down here. 14th round of the second half. Vitality wants to close it out without going the full 30. They've at the very least secured overtime, but overtime is looking like more and more of a possibility as time goes on this group. Does Apex have a gap? He's giving it away. He has to fall off. He's still sticking around for this fight.
One.
There's 2 players there, though.
It's pretty important, I think, that area. Oh, Existence going to go down. That could be huge. But then will go Apex. Trying to find that gap, trying to work with that gap, almost losing his life, left on 4 HP, but at least gets the information that it's like, right, they're aggressively pushed up ramp. I think he spotted out both of them, not entirely sure, but at the same time that all this is happening, they're moving back towards B. Nork, he does get one as they go ahead of the smoke. MBK, though, trades it back. Hampus looking to push through. Zaiwu seems to be savvy to the fact, and yes, will spot his feet and take him down. Now into a 4 versus 2. Hey Chester, look at this, in a pretty well-hidden spot on the outer ledge here of the B bomb site. Waiting patiently for his moment to strike, but jumps the gun a bit early. That's going to be his position given away. Now they will look to hunt him down, or at least play, smart around the fact that they know that he's there. The wall of smoke's coming in. They're just waiting for MBK, who is behind said wall of smokes, but it doesn't matter. Zaiwu finds the kills.